Yeah, no, it's man. I think the whole topic about the well-being and mental health, especially in the startup community, and I would say not even just founders, but even employees, it's such a taboo topic. And
Yeah.
I like to joke that you meet a founder and you ask them how you're doing, and they'll be, I'm killing it. Everything is just, hockey stick. It's going so well. And then you start talking to them and they start opening up, and you understand that everyone is dealing with their own stuff. Everyone is fighting their own battle. And I think because we stigmatize it so much, we are doing so much harm to people because you are getting different signals. Like if you're a founder today, your investors are probably telling you like, you gotta hustle, you gotta push, you gotta work hard. You feel that you can never let your guard down. You feel that you always need to be upbeat and positive because you need to see that, you need to show it to your employees, you need to show it to your customers, you post on Instagram happy pictures, everything, right? And I think that that's kind of what impacts founders a lot, that we have so much burnout when it comes to the mental health. For me, like, I know myself that it's this journey. I love being an entrepreneur. Like, honestly, I love it. It's my third company. I worked in corporate before. I will not change it, ever. But it's also so damn stressful. It is so hard in terms of managing that and finding the right balance. And I myself have been through a burnout as well. And I have days when it's been extremely stressful. This last couple of months we've been growing so rapidly, and naturally as a founder I was doing so many things at the same time, like hiring and raising investments and figuring out market strategy. And December has been a hell month for me because I like there were weeks and days when I barely went outside. I was just working day and night, and of course it has its impact. I think for me, when it comes to burnout and mental health, I kind of found for myself a system that consists of three pillars. And I'm telling it because it took me a long time to find it. And it was kind of based on the conversations that I had with a lot of people. And I hope that founders, or just in general, anyone else who maybe feel that they're getting burnout, they could use this. Maybe it will have some impact on them. So the first pillar, what I found out, is what I call systematic issues. So it's usually either some kind of pressure points in your work. For example, if you're a founder, you're probably always stressed out about running out of money. Or if you're fundraising, or like, maybe losing an employee and so on. So you have a lot of those stress thoughts and things that are happening. It also could be just some tasks that are really draining. Like, for example, some routine tasks for people, right? Maybe if you're a developer, there is like a routine task that you need to do that is really draining. And it's very easy to identify because as soon as you start doing it, you just feel like, oh my God, I want to kill myself right now because this is too much, right? Or you try to avoid those tasks for as long as possible. So the most important thing there is to identify those stress points and do everything that you can to avoid, like, kind of remove them from your life. So if it's, let's say, if you're afraid of running out of money, then make it your main goal. And, don't do anything else until you find that money, right?
Yeah.
Maybe raise money today and so on. If you think that an employee will leave you, schedule a call, talk to them tomorrow, see if that's okay or not, if they're feeling good or not. So try to adjust those things, and it makes a big difference. Or try to completely remove them if you can. Like, I've seen with a lot of founders that they will tell me people always feel weird about getting a personal assistant. But if you can get them as soon as possible, because that will be so much better for you. I don't have a PA yet, but I have a few friends who got them, and they were like, oh my God, I feel so much better because suddenly all those small admin tasks that I need to do is just off my plate. So try to find those things to kind of free up your energy. The second one is physical. I think a lot of founders, they underestimate how much what you consume and what
Yeah.
you do with your body affects you. Like, for example, what you eat. We have this like, oh, let's eat cup noodles and, pizzas every day, or you just grab something on the go, and it's just not healthy. Like, for me, for
Yeah.
example, last 2 years or so, I've been meal prepping. And I know it sounds super boring, but it's been really great because I will just prep my lunches and breakfast for a week. And that I know that I'm getting the right nutrition, and I always have it ready. Because for me, the biggest problem is that I will just forget to eat if I'm too stressed, because you have meeting, and you barely have time. Another one is just doing some physical exercise, finding something that it's for you. Now I have every day, I just book a time slot and I do some kind of exercise every day, because otherwise it's just, I go crazy. We were talking in the beginning about Copenhagen and how you would go for 2-hour walks. Well, I'll tell you
Yes.
this, like walking has become my favorite thing now. I've been doing
Oh,
like 1, 2, 3 hour walks sometimes on weekends, especially, like, and it's just great to clear your mind. You know, I
refresh.
go to
Oh,
walks,
yeah.
yeah. I listen to podcasts, I record myself if I have some thoughts, and it's just fantastic. So I
Yeah.
think it's very important to not neglect the physical part. And then the final part is the mental. Like, if you can see a therapist, do that. If you can meditate, do that. Find a hobby. Make sure that you have time to actually spend time with your family and friends and so on. Like, one thing that has been really a game changer for me is to really take my calendar and block out different times in my calendar for different things. Like, for example, my entire morning, like 6 till 9, 9:30, is blocked for my morning stuff, and I don't have any meetings, and it's just a rule. I wake up, I do my meditation, I exercise, I have my breakfast, and then I'm ready to start. And the same way, I have booked like every day at 6 p.m. That's my dinner time, and I don't compromise on that. So I think it's really important to get those routines in place for founders, because otherwise it's so easy to burn out and go down the hill.
Wow, that's well. I think we got much more wise about our mental health when we got a little bit slightly older. By the time we met in 2014, I was basically in dark place. I was just about to close my company because we are running out of money, and that's where the 6 month were happening. And actually, it was meeting was not meeting. It was email from a friend, and he was hooking me up with Lars to
Okay.
bring me to Copenhagen. So this is why, and I think, yeah, I totally agree with you. It's we don't think much about the small things, the small cuts that makes us bleed, like the assistant PA. That's where I was like nodding, yes, yes, get one, because all the small cuts that consumes you, it just go, and it frees up so much time. Like it sounds like 15 minutes and 10 minutes and 5 minutes, but it just like when you add them up, it's like huge amount of time you spend in exhausting tasks that like can any other person do it. Also,
Yeah.
the fact that you meal prep, that's actually interesting, because the decision of what to eat, do I have enough like to